is a provider of a variety of protocols, communication protocols that you can integrate into your control system. And these are the protocols that Rockwell chooses not to invest in. Rockwell spends most of their time working on Ethernet IP, DeviceNet, ControlNet, and making those absolutely outstanding communication systems. But as I'm sure all of you know, not every product in the world has adopted those protocols as yet. We've got Modbus, we've got Siemens Industrial Ethernet, we've got IEC 61850, we've got a whole variety of other protocols that typically you are going to need to integrate into your system to make a complete system for your customers. That's what we do. And we do it in a variety of ways. We handle about 90 plus protocols today of different varieties, BACnet, LonWorks, Modbus, etc. So there's a very large amount of protocols that we deal with. And we provide you the ability to either integrate those directly into the chassis or the backplane of the controllers in all of the platforms that Rockwell Automation makes, or we also give you the ability to put these protocols into gateways for standalone situations. And regardless of how you choose to integrate your systems or to build your systems out, what we try to focus on is making it easy for you to pick out the parts and pieces that you need, start to design the system, do the integration work, get it started up, monitor how the communications are going, and get diagnostic information in the event that you start to have any faults in the system. So we start all the way back at the very beginning of the process when you start to pick out components. We have all of our products included in Rockwell's Integrated Architecture Builder. So as you start to design your system with their tool, you can start to pick out the ProSoft products as well. Or the Proposal Works, which is the other tool that is used by Rockwell to help you define the components and build out your bills of materials for your systems. Once you've selected the right products for that, and you purchase them, you'll then receive not only the hardware pieces and components from us and the software necessary to do the configuration, but you'll also get add-on profiles and add-on instructions to make that overall integration process quite a bit simpler. Rockwell has given us the ability to take advantage of their add-on profiles at a variety of different levels of sophistication. Obviously, the highest level of sophistication and integration and the highest ease of use is what Rockwell does for Rockwell products. That kind of makes sense. They want to make their own products the easiest to use and integrate into the system. So their add-on profiles give you all of the automatic diagnostic configuration, all of the descriptive tags. As soon as you put that in, all of the tags are created within your system. Graphical interface, configuration wizards, and all of the information necessary to do that. Rockwell also gives us the ability to take advantage of that level of functionality when we work directly with them to create our add-on profiles. And so we get the benefits of the automatic device configuration, all the tags get created into your system, graphical interface, startup wizards, and the embedded execution, the embedded application execution. And we have started using many of those for our newer products. They've also created the EDS, or electronic data sheet form of creating add-on profiles. It's not as sophisticated. It doesn't give you quite the level of integration that the high level of the add-on profiles with the Encompass partners, but it does give you the ability to do the device configurations, populate your collection of data, and select your configuration tables from that. The standard way of doing it for years in the past has been to use their generic profile, which gives you the ability to add it in, but you don't get the descriptive tags. The configuration is a little bit not quite as obvious as what you would expect. So we have taken the route of using either the directly with Rockwell to create the high-level version of the add-on profiles, or using the electronic data sheets. The electronic data sheet version makes a lot of sense for us when we're using the gateways that don't sit right in the chassis. And so the configuration doesn't need to be quite as tight as it is when you have the module put right in the backplane for that type of a solution. Makes it, the other thing that Rockwell has done for us, beginning with I think V20 of Logix 5000, now Studio 5000, is that they are including our profiles, our add-on profiles, in the distribution CDs with the software. So you don't have to go up to our website or to Rockwell's website anymore, find the add-on profile, download it onto your PC, and then import that into Logix 5000. That's actually being distributed with the CDs from Rockwell. So we save you a great deal of time as a result of that. The configuration steps you go through if you are using the generic style of profile is you go in, you want to add a device, and you select a generic device, and then you get these completely intuitive screens where you have to define assembly input instances, output assembly instances. You have to know the exact amount of data. If you get the data size wrong, then the system stops working. And then you can, about the only thing that we can do there is fill in the Ethernet IP address on that type of a configuration. But the rest of it, we create just generic tag names in there. You have to go back into your system and create real live tag names that you can understand as a result of doing that. With the new AOPs from Rockwell and our work with them, when you go to add in a new device, you say add device. You say I want to pick a ProSoft technology or any of the other major partners that Rockwell works with, and then all of the products that we have worked with on them show up in your drop-down box. So now you can select the device that you want to work with. It comes up with the name. It's a tab style of approach. I put in my IP address. I can put my description in there. I can now put in how much of the I/O connection, what my I/O connection is, how many tags, my tag suffixes on there, what my input sizes are, and then also what type of RPI time I want on each of the input side and on the output side. So the configuration capabilities using the newer version of the add-on profiles really makes it substantially simpler for you. And then of course it shows up in your Logix tree. In the event that you have any type of a fault in the system, you'll get all of the diagnostic fault indications that comes along with Logix 5000 working in the Control Logix or the Compact Logix environment. We also provide you with add-on instructions if you want to take additional information and do some additional massaging with that, bringing in, again, all of the diagnostic tag information, giving you a location in your system to be able to put all of that information for your controls. Again, the idea is to try and make your use of the products as easy as possible so that you're not spending time trying to understand how the module works. All we want you to do is be able to get your data into the system and be able to move forward with that. The diagnostic type of information that then becomes available as a result of using the add-on profiles and the add-on instructions is you can actually drill right into the modules. In this case, we're going to look at a Modbus module. I can take a look at the basic configuration, how much data I'm bringing in, what my IP addresses are. Here's how I would set up my application port with all of my RS-232 or 485 parameters, what my command timeouts are, what kind of baud rates I have set on the system. I can then monitor the node to see how much data I'm getting in there. I'm getting live data coming from each of the ports on the system, how many requests and responses are coming in, so I can monitor this and get that. And should I get any types of diagnostic or fault information, that information is also brought in and made it easy for you to use within your systems. So what we do, our goal in following on with Rockwell's Premier Integration is to make this entire process for you from the very beginning to allowing you to pick out the products out of the Rockwell configuration tools, make that process as simple as possible, allowing you to generate your bills of materials, getting the startup expedited as a result of giving you all of that configuration information, the descriptive tags within the system, and then getting diagnostics so that you can minimize your downtime with the system. Our goal in working with our partner Rockwell is to try and make it as easy as possible to use our products to integrate non-standard protocols into the system to make your job as easy as possible. If you have any questions, I'll be free to answer those.